The Department of Justice on Thursday asked a federal judge to change the rules governing the detention of immigrant families who enter the country illegally, seeking permission to detain children in the same facilities as their parents. Lawyers filed a memorandum to a settlement in California that governs how children are handled when they are caught crossing the U.S. border illegally. The Trump administration, meanwhile, has asked the Defense Department to provide space at military facilities by the end of the year to house 20,000 children who have arrived in the U.S. without any adults. The Obama administration did something similar in 2014, sending 7,000 so-called unaccompanied alien children on 3 military bases. Scroll down to read the court filing. The settlement the Dodge addressed on Thursday in the 1997 case of Flores vs. Reno also states that children cannot be detained longer than 20 days. The Associated Press reported that Attorney General Jeff Sessions is also asking a federal judge in the Central District of California to waive that rule. A Justice Department spokesman did not respond to a request for clarification. The move is aimed at stopping the separation of children from their families amid a new policy where anyone caught crossing the border is charged criminally. President Donald Trump told reporters during a cabinet meeting on Thursday, "We want to put them together. We don't want to have people. We don't want to have children separated from their parents." The Trump administration's so-called zero-tolerance policy on prosecuting first-time border jumpers will remain in place, but families will be kept together in detention. Despite Trump's executive order, a host of unanswered questions remain, including what will happen to the children who were already separated from their parents and where the government will house all the newly detained migrants, with the system already bursting at the seams. In the Texas border city of McAllen on Thursday, prosecutors unexpectedly dropped charges against 17 immigrants who were due to be sentenced Thursday for improperly entering the U.S., according to Efrain Olivares, a lawyer with the Texas Civil Rights Project, which has been interviewing adult immigrants to track them and their kids through separate government systems. Speaking outside of the federal courthouse, Olivares said the 17 likely would be placed in immigration detention. He didn't know whether they would be reunited with their children immediately or whether they might be released altogether. Asked if they had any reaction to the charges against them being dropped, he said, "They're asking about their children, frankly." Meanwhile, 3 of the 12 immigrant children at a Catholic charity shelter in Fort Worth, near Dallas, were expected to be reunited with their family on Thursday. Heather Reynolds, the nonprofit's director, says the 3 are among 12 immigrant children at the shelter who were separated from their parents under a Trump administration zero-tolerance policy. She says half are boys and half are girls, and they range in age from age 5 to 12. Reynolds declined to provide details about the 3 kids who are expected to be reunited with family Thursday. Share this article. She says President Donald Trump's executive order Wednesday allowing immigrant kids to remain with their parents mentions how future illegal border crossing will be handled, but it doesn't address the more than children who have already been separated since May. She says this leaves groups like hers uncertain about how to manage those kids already in detention in the U.S. First Lady Melania Trump made a surprise visit Thursday to a McAllen detention center that's housing some of the children, where she asked kids where they came from and how long they had been at the facility. She told children to be kind and nice to each other as she left one classroom and said she wanted to lend her support to the children and asked staff to reunite them with their families as quickly as possible. Sessions Flores modification request by DailyMail.com on script privacy policy.